Well, hello. Second video of the day. I think I'll title this Getting Used to Things because I'm definitely getting more settled into the college life and meeting new people all the time. Today was a fun day. So obviously last night went to bed pretty late, and me and my roommate had agreed to have breakfast at 8 so I could get to know him. So I woke up at 8. It's like it was all of us were really tired. We were planning on actually going back to bed after breakfast, but once we got to breakfast, met a bunch of people, especially three others from engineering. They were all really cool. People my roommate knew, so he introduced me to the new people. It was pretty cool. Had breakfast. Everybody felt like shit and was really tired. And I don't think any of those people went to a party yesterday, but still just waking up early, not sleeping enough, takes its toll on people's bodies. So we were sitting there, everybody had finished eating, but nobody wanted to get up, and we just kept saying we're marinating, you know. So the vibes were nice, good people. But afterwards, we decided to walk around campus, find out where our classes are, not just the buildings, but we wanted to go into the buildings and see the classrooms themselves. So we did that. We walked around, but unfortunately, since today was Labor Day, everything was closed. So we just walked up to the building. We're well, this is the math building. Everyone's okay, and just move on past it. We tried going to the UBC bookstore because it was said to be open today, even though Labor Day. I walked past it yesterday. There was a paper that said it will be open because we wanted to buy textbooks and were required for class. And it didn't open. We got to 20 minutes before opening time, so we sat, and then 30 minutes after opening time, it was still unopened. So at that point, me and the group kind of split up. I went to visit one of the buildings, just because it was called The Nest, and I thought it was interesting. I thought there would be something interesting in it. I was very underwhelmed, but also I'm pretty sure nothing was active in it because today was Labor Day. So maybe some other day there'll be more in it. The group went to H Mart, and then as we were meeting back up, the guys I met at breakfast yesterday, my first breakfast, two engineering guys, were walking to get their transport card for buses and the metro system. I'm pretty sure. And I'm yo, I need to do that too. So I just kind of jumped friend groups midway through, and walked with them to the store. Had a good time. Vibes were good. Really nice guys. We got our cards. I had a weird transaction thing happen where it was supposed to be $6 for the card, but the person sold me my card sold one for a preloaded amount of money on it. And I went to pay, I'm about to tap my card, and I noticed it's $22. I'm oh, and I go to pull my card away, but the card reader is fucking amazing, and it just reads the card, and the transaction immediately approved, right? There's no time, and I'm I just paid $22 when I only needed to pay $6, right? I brought it up to work. I was oh yeah. Sorry. I misunderstood what you wanted. She did a reverse transaction that was a negative $16, and I added paid for it. I paid negative 16, so we'll see how it looks in the bank statement, but I'm pretty sure it'll end up being just $6 total at the end. After that, we went back to my dorm. I wanted to show off my dorm to at least some people. Brought them in. They were very impressed. I showed them my view. I showed them the view from the common lounge, common room / lounge. They were wow, this is gorgeous, because they live a different dorm that was a lot shorter and less tall than mine. Took a Polaroid picture with them too. The lighting, something happened with the lighting in the picture, but it's okay. You can tell who's who, so that's all that matters for the picture. And afterwards there was some event being hosted by RAs, so we went to it. It was fun. We we showed up a bit early, so we got to like sit in a big circle. Like we just talked to like 6, 7 other people, and like at that point we had like a group of like 10 people, and like everybody was just like getting along with each other really really well. And so like we played the game. Like some of the rules were really confusing, but it's whatever. There was like a bingo. Like you had to find people, like somebody that like ate an apple today, right? Which is what I had for breakfast actually. Water and an apple. Like I said, breakfast of champions. Um, yeah. So like I put my like people put my name down for a lot of those things. Then like all one big group we went to lunch. It was fun. Like instead of having like lunch with like 3 other people, or like maybe even 4, right? This time it was like 11 of us. Just like one like big table taken up by all of us. It was nice. Like I like, found my niche, you could say. Um, yeah, we had lunch, and at that point I was feeling pretty tired because like I only slept like a few hours. So like, and people were like splitting up to go into like their own like plan. So I'm like, I'm gonna head out, guys. Like I went to up to my dorm to like get some much needed rest because my body felt pretty unwell. And like even though the food was amazing, like during lunch it was like delicious noodles and like chicken with like teriyaki sauce. It's like my body just like didn't feel too great. So like I just needed some rest. So like I went back up to my dorm, like got on my I recorded the first video of today. Then I like got on my computer, did like some pre-course requirements, I guess you could say. I like set up many like new accounts for like all the individual courses. Then like I decided to also do laundry. That was an ordeal. So like they made you install an app to which you add money and then you pay for washing your clothes that way. It was iffy, but whatever. It just how it works, I guess. When I threw in my like clothes to be washed, my Tide Pod like fell off, or not even clothes. They're like bed sheets from IKEA. So my Tide Pod like as it started tumbling, the Tide Pod fell out of the like pile of clothes, and it just was laying on like the plastic that like juts outside, and I was really worried that like my clothes wouldn't wash properly because like the Tide Pod would like act like release all the ingredients, and I'm like what the fuck, like I don't want to have to pay twice to like wash my clothes just because like I fucked up like throwing in a Tide Pod, right? But like whatever, like came up to my room, made myself some tea and like some like chocolate nuts. It was really nice, like good like me time, like self-care. Called my parents, let them know how I was doing, what I was up to. Then like 30 minutes later I went back downstairs and like my clothes were washed. Tide Pod was gone, so I think it and the clothes were clean, so it worked out in the end, but it was definitely stressful for a second. I threw it in the dryer. I also like had to pay for that. And I went out to try like to find one of the buildings, like called UBC Life. Like there's some like stuff I wanted to pick up from it, and just like see what it was like. But and it was on the opposite side of campus, so I'm like, well, all right, 20-minute walk, let's go. Like I get there and it's locked closed because I get Labor Day again, which I should have thought about, but just hoped it would be open for whatever reason. So I was pleasantly surprised to find locked doors. I was like, well, whatever. At that point, I was close to the Rose Garden and like a pretty nice view, so I could walk 5 more minutes towards like a really nice view. I enjoyed it for a bit, but then I had to go back to my dorm because like my clothes were about to finish drying. And I don't want to be like an asshole, just have my clothes chilling in the dryer for many hours, right? So like I come back and take out the clothes and they're still wet, right? I'm like, the fuck. Here's where it got confusing though. I put them back in. I could change the settings to like high heat this time, so I just meet like normal heat, hoping it would like actually get them dry. and like I clicked start without paying again, and it just went. So I don't understand why that happened. That'll be something more for me to experiment with later on. But it went again, and I'm like, okay, great. Just like let the clothes dry. At that point, I got a text from friends like they're like, hey, we're going out to ramen like this place next to like UBC bookstore. And they're like, join us, right? I'm like, okay, sounds good. Like, got dressed up all nice, white shirt, blue jeans, blue watch, blue shoes. I actually grabbed the UBC hoodie with me too because it was getting pretty chilly at that point. And yeah, I very much so was glad I chose it because like after ramen, which was pretty good, it was like very very solid ramen, so like good 7 out of 10. We like started walking back and like everybody started freezing except for like me and like another guy who had our hoodies on us. Like we made it back, like went to like one of the dorms, like hung out in, like the field, like met up with the group that we had lunch with earlier actually, and like a few more people joined us. Like one of my engineering friends' roommates, who's also in engineering, I'm pretty sure, joined us. So we were all chatting in like one big circle. Like it was nice. It's really nice because like everybody's putting in a lot of effort right now to come off good. Or okay, I don't want to say everybody, but a lot of people are, and people like are listening and like sharing stories and like building each other up in like a nice way. So every interaction is like very enjoyable, very wholesome, I would say. And yeah, we hung out. Like then like we started splitting up again. So like me and like 3 other guys went back to my dorm. We played some Smash. It was fun. And but since we're all getting up fairly early tomorrow, I'm waking up like 7:20. We're like, yeah, we called it a night pretty quickly. So they went their way. I'm here now recording. Yeah, actually after they left, I got my clothes from the dryer. So in the end, I was an asshole to some extent. I had my clothes in there for like 2 hours, but nobody's washing their clothes this early on into the beginning of the school year, and there were plenty of other like unused dryers. So I don't think anyone's gonna hold it against me. To get myself through these videos, I have to like write down things I want to say because it's easy to lose track. But since I forgot to bring a pencil case with me and I had like nothing to write with, I had to use the box of like unsharpened pencils my older brother bought me. The thing is, like they're unsharpened. I don't have anything to sharpen them with other than this knife. So I did my very best, like sharpened it like this. You can see the knife has battle scars from the graphite. It comes off, it's just funny. Yeah, I got a working pencil finally, something to write with. So that made things fun. Things I'm thinking of like today, campus is gorgeous. Like I've said that a lot. I said that a lot in the previous video, but it really is. Like nothing bad to say about it. Air quality is good. It's like very moist and full of oxygen. Like you take deep breaths and like that's quality air right there. Except for the air in this building, it always smells of food. No matter like every elevator, it just always smells of food. Like actually, like here's a clip of like me in an elevator, right? Fried chicken. Why does it always smell of fried chicken in here? What the fuck? Other than that, today was good. Hung out, met more people. It's nice making new friends. People are really putting in the effort. Met a guy from like UBC solder. So and it's funny how like there's like fights going on, like solder snake and whatnot. It's just funny, like you know, he's econ bro, and we're just like making fun of him, but like he takes the jokes well. I mean, people make fun of us engineers too, right? I think when he met us, he was like, "Oh, so do you guys shower?" So lighthearted fun. I'm having a really good time here. Excited for tomorrow. We'll be like meeting some professors, like seeing opportunities. Like tomorrow will be like a bit of a serious day actually. Like I have to be thinking about like, future opportunities and like how I want to diversify my portfolio. So I'll definitely be heading to bed soon. I'm gonna shower though. Showers are always good. Yeah. Other than that, I'm pretty much done with today. So time to head to bed. Bye.